Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Porter, and I'm one of the founders and the CMO of Inception. And Inception, what we do is we are leaders in XR technologies. And I think a year ago or even 2 years ago when I said that we were doing XR, which is anything AR, VR, MR, everybody would go, "Ah, that's wonderful." And today when I say that, at least 90% of the room goes, there's a lot of disappointment in the market about where XR is today. But actually, we are quite optimistic that it's coming. And once it actually comes, we're going to be ready. And if you listen to people like Tim Cook or Mark Zuckerberg or everybody, AR and VR, those are computing platforms. They are going to fundamentally change how we do a lot of things that we take for granted today. And what we're doing, we are building leadership positions in multiple verticals, multiple consumer verticals through XR. And I'll show you what I mean in a couple of minutes. So first of all, as I mentioned, VR was a disappointment. People thought it would catch up much quicker than it did. But that said, we should remember that, first of all, from a form factor perspective, VR has already changed it quite a lot. It's gone from being a tethered device to an untethered device, like you see here from the Oculus Go. And I think most importantly, for all of the skeptics in the audience, it took the iPhone 6 years to get to 50 million units a quarter. VR hasn't been in the market for 6 years, maybe 3, depending how you count. So VR is still something that we definitely believe will happen. But what will happen sooner, quite definitely, is AR, augmented reality. And the reason that it will happen sooner is because we all own an AR device. We all have a mobile phone, we have a tablet, and they are all AR enabled. And with these AR-enabled devices, we are already starting to see new kinds of behaviors by brands and content providers. IKEA is selling has got an app that helps them sell through AR that helps simulate how will a sofa look in your house. L'Oreal, Zara, helping you simulate what their clothes or their makeup will look on your face. So what all these companies are in essence doing, they're trying to take a device that you have in any case in your pocket and trying to change what kind of things you do with it. Now, add to that the fact that 2020 is going to be a breakthrough year. Apple has announced that it's going to be launching a new AR headset. We know that whenever Apple launches something, it's typically with a bang, and it has a very big difference to what the market, change to what the market will look like. We've got a whole bunch of big players like Magic Leap, Samsung, Facebook, everybody putting a lot of money in these platforms. So we think that once the market actually has the right kind of device, the one thing we are all going to be missing is the right content. And it's really great that we all have Pokemon Go for AR and a bunch of games and we can all kill zombies in VR. Oh, and yes, there's also porn. But what about proper content? What about stuff that we want to include in our day-to-day lives, us and our children, etc.? And that's what Inception does. We have created an XR platform that allows us to work with creators from different kinds, work with different IP partners to create multiple consumer apps. We started with top left with VR. This was our first app back in 2016. We had our first VR entertainment content application. It's still live, available on all of the leading platforms, HTC Vive, Sony PlayStation, Oculus Go, Oculus Rift, etc. But we have since then also branched to a range of verticals, from children's education in books via an app called Bookful, which I'm going to show you. We're working for an application with RTL News, RTL, who is also one of our investors, a magazine app with a partner called Giolino, and a bunch of AR games. And the formula that we've been using is we take our in-house technological know-how of all of these XR platforms, we take a partner that's got a unique IP, and we go to market with a compelling offer. So who are we? Before I give you some examples, so that's me with a different haircut. But other than that, my partner still has the same haircut. Benny Arbel is our CEO. He's got experience in multiple startups, including My Things. Effie Wisen is our head of creative. He's the guy. How many people here saw the movie The Never-Ending Story? Okay, so he did the visual effects for that. So for those of you who can actually respect. So he's a visual effects guru. And in the XR industry, you need both technology, but you also need to have killer creative because otherwise people don't understand why it is that it's worth their while to actually go to that 3D medium. And we've gone to a bunch of other partners who are helping us know the ecosystem, both technology and creative. We were formed in 2016, 25 employees in London, Tel Aviv, and New York. And we had a Series A round in August 2017. It was led by the German RTL group. And the rationale for their investment was that entertainment will change. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And so that in order for when that happens, they will be in the right position. They were actually leading our round A. And right now we're in early stages of trying to secure round B. So what is it that we do? A couple of examples. I'm not going to go through all of them. Let's take a look at Bookful. Can we start it from the beginning with sound? Can we go from the beginning?
Welcome to the magical world of Bookful.
In a 5-story house on Melody Street.
Magic paint. Color in the picture of your favorite character, then take a magic wand and see it come to life. Dance with the characters from your favorite book.
So one of the biggest problems out there today is that people, and especially children, are simply not reading books. As a mother to 3 myself, I can tell you it's a constant challenge. So one of the things that we wanted to do is we partnered with some of the leading publishers out there, such as Penguin Random House, Dorling Kinders, Charlotte Bridge Publishing. And we are bringing to life the books that we know and love in augmented reality. We hope that as part of the children's educational infotainment time, they will actually elect, instead of playing Fortnite, to actually open our app and see the pictures in the books coming to life and play the relevant educational games that are related to the same books. So as you see some pictures from the app behind me, you've got this extensive gallery. These aren't books created for AR. These are the books that they can then go to the store and also buy in their regular local bookstore. But what we did here, we actually brought them to life in a way that today is a little bit more appealing to children of young ages. We also the app today, by the way, works both in a proper augmented reality way, but also in what we call a 3D format to help the younger kids actually work better with the book itself. In terms of where we are, we only launched this in November. We've got over 300,000 downloads. We're making thousands of dollars per book. And the number I like the best here is we have people who are purchasing books are spending over 15 minutes in the app at a time. I don't know if you guys can appreciate how long that is for children today to actually spend 15 minutes on educational content, actually reading or listening to a narration of a book. These numbers are quite compelling, and we're quite excited. Right now, we have almost 20 books on the app right now. We'll have 50 by May and 100 by the end of the year. We started with an a la carte mode, we pay as you go, and we're moving to a subscription model very soon as well. One last thing on Bookful, I should say that it's not only us that is excited about it. The industry is very excited as well. We've been getting awards both from publisher organization, teacher organization. And I think this is a unanimous need today, right now. There was a talk earlier about AI, I think, and how is it changing our brains and what we are. So I think the more we can do to get young children engaged in educational entertainments, we're all better off. The second project that I want to talk to you about, this is Giolino. It's a German magazine. For the Israelis in the room, it's the equivalent of Ma'ariv LaNoar. There's an equivalent in every country that you guys are coming from. But what we're doing here is taking the same concept of taking educational content. This is an example of the issue about the corals, and we're bringing them to life. So we are actually helping explain concepts to children that are written about in the print in a different manner. And we're going to be offering this. This is going to market in July. And it will be offered both as an addition to getting your print magazine at home, because some kids actually like that, the anticipation of actually getting a print delivered to their house. But it can also be a standalone issue for those who are either green or can't get the issue delivered, and this will be a standalone offering itself. So just, I think, to summarize where we are. So we, as I said, we launched in 2016. Our VR app is live and well. We are one of the top 3 VR entertainment apps for video content. We launched Bookful in Q4 2018, doing very well, and we're adding more books, more children. And in 2019, we'll be launching both our magazine app with G&J for their Giolino, as well as news apps with NX, the news organization in the European Union. We are building a platform to help them bring together AR content creation with the AR news organization who are actually consuming them. And down the road in 2019, we also have another set of projects that we are working on via the RTL Group, who is our investor, in bringing new kind of entertainment content into your home, both AR and VR. So with that in mind, I hope we can all be utilizing XR technologies, and that next year, when we sit here together, we'll all have tried some of these cool examples. Thank you very much for your time.